So a binding constraint is that one of our constraints, right? Like in the T-shirt problem last class, we ran out of money or ran out of time. So one of them is the binding constraint. So how do we know? How do we determine that? You remember, you actually have to get a report. So if I run solver, and I just say solve again, this time I said, there's the report. So just select the report, and then we say OK, and then it generates the report right to the left of the spreadsheet, and there's the report. So it gives you all these things. It tells you what your final solution is. And it gives you the final answer for your changing cells.
How did you do that?
When you run it, as soon as you're done, if you look at the upper right, after it says, okay, the solution's good, there's a little box that says answer under report. You see that? Select that, and then say okay. Then it'll generate the report. Everybody got it? How to get this report? If not, I'll show you again. Actually, I won't do it, but I'll just go again to solver, and I solve it, and there it is. So again, if you select that part that says reports and then say OK, it'll generate it. If I do it now, it'll just generate the same report. In fact, I'll do it. It'll give me answer report number 2. Let me just do it. It'll be identical. If I click OK, there it is. That's the same one. OK. But we still didn't answer the question. So in the exam, they're going to say, what's the binding constraints? Well, you just look for where it says binding. Now, we might be specific. Binding constraints for what? And so we can see that these are all non-binding in terms of the parts. We were able to do that. It was down here. So there are these 3. Toy 3, Toy 4, and Toy 1, which is kind of interesting. Okay? So those are your binding constraints. So we go back and we look at the solution. So it's in fact, we named it that, but the cell number that we're talking about, which is the binding constraint, is B12, B13, and B10. So if I go back to the actual problem here, we can see these 2 for sure, B12 and B13. Because there was only 12 boxes left. Interesting enough, why is it B10? We only had 1 and there's 12 on the shelf. Maybe a mistake, but whatever. That's the result, just say so. Okay? Or that's not intuitive, but maybe we'll see something in a second. We're going to do something else. We're going to do a solver table or something. All right, and we'll see what happens. So let's go to the next question, which is, okay, a coupon website